Meg Records, the Meg Record Keeping Institute. Phenomenon number 24, no-clipp derailing. Class, undetermined, can occur in most levels, very rarely occurs. Description: Phenomenon 24, dubbed no-clipp derailing, is the process of being derailed, so to speak, in the middle of no-clipping. On a very rare occurrence, while no-clipping, the teleportation can become increasingly unstable to the point where the person, object, or entity doing the no-clipping will be derailed from said no-clipping, stopping them in a void. This void is dubbed midway, as it seems to be the middle reality between point A and point B during no-clipping. This midway is where every single thing in the backrooms briefly passes through to transport it to the next point. Frequency. To this date, there have only been 2 recorded instances of derailing, the first of which was from the aforementioned letter, and the second one being a Meg operative sent to discover the truthfulness behind this phenomenon, then only known to exist on the piece of paper. Discovery. The following is a letter written by an anonymous wanderer located floating about on level 128. May 4th, 2011. I don't know how to explain where I am, but it's some sort of void. It's pitch black here, but I see flashing lights. I'm not sure how I got here, but I do remember I had just no-clipped my way out of that arcade place, level 40 I think. Suddenly I'm here. I see flashes of people zoom away. At least, that's what I'm pretty positive the lights are, as well as random objects. And what I had feared the most, some weird entity zipped right past me. The only logical theory I could come up with is that I am in some sort of no-clipp traveling space. Maybe this is a level. I don't know, but damn, this is a weird place. Even though this void is not like any other level, I still feel things like hunger and sleep. I still feel all of that. I'm scared I will starve to death here, and my corpse will zip around like the other things here. Anyways, I'll be holding onto this paper for now, as something I can just look at. Hopefully it will leave my hands and fall into someone else's someday. As a side note, this paper also zoomed right past me, but suddenly got blown away from its path or something. I couldn't move to get it. The dimensions of this void are strange, but after enough reaching, I grabbed hold of it. All I know is that I am standing on solid ground, but it feels like the shapes of this thing are impossible. Whatever, I'll figure it out. Sincerely, smudged out, illegible. On the back of this paper were random doodles with seemingly no correlation to the midway. No-clipp derailing, or anything similar, if wanderers hold any theories or possible explanations to these doodles, be sure to contact Meg through any method. Image caption: the doodles on the back of the Wanderer's note. This paper was found by a Meg operative, James Bozelli, and, although it was first thought to be a joke, the same operative tried no-clipping until he reached this void. With a radio equipped, he was able to transmit a message, lasting just short of 5 seconds to a Meg outpost. The following is that audio message. Date recovered: September 2nd, 2013. Begin audio transcript. James. Hello? This is Agent James. Can you hear me? Outpost operator. Yes, we can hear you. James. I've got good news and bad news. Good news, I finally got to the midway. Bad news is this is a lot more annoying than I thought it would be. Outpost operator. James, is the midway treating you okay? I'm going to get someone else on the line. It seems this connection is failing. Muffled talking can be heard in the distance. End audio transcript. James Bozelli has never made contact with this or any known outpost to this day. Do's and don'ts. If you find yourself stuck in the midway, here is what you should and should not do during, before, and after the event. Do. Before. Have sufficient supplies on you at all times, especially when you plan to no-clip. During, stay calm, do not panic. During, ration your supplies and find any way to communicate, whether that be via paper, radio, or anything else. During, comfort yourself. And, if possible, sleep. You want to keep a sharp, focused mind. After, immediately find another wanderer. If you cannot on the level, do not be afraid to no-clip or simply exit through another one. After, locate more supplies, weapons, and if possible, take a moment to ease your mind. Don't. Before, no-clip excessively. This will heighten your chances of derailing. Before, waste supplies. Before, get injured. During, waste supplies. During, panic. In other words, do not try to lose focus of your task of surviving. It will not be helpful. During, make frantic decisions that could end in unpredictable ways. After, continue no-clipping excessively for no apparent reason. After, forget about scouting for wanderers and supplies. 04/12/18, Dr. Makino, Meg Department of Wanderer Safety. This is a message from Meg DWS, Department of Wanderer Safety. After much discussion, we felt it is of utmost importance to remind you that we have very little evidence and knowledge of no-clip derailing and the Midway. Most of what is written in this page is a mix of educated guesses and speculation based on the two pieces of evidence our team has gathered, the note and the radio transmission. The do's and don'ts section is our assumptions of what should and should not be done in regards to the Midway. Safe travels. Dr. Makino, Meg Department of Wanderer Safety. New information has been uploaded. Last edit, 08/03/21. Open update log. Ever since the date 11/07/16, new evidence of no-clip derailing has been recorded. The Meg Information Department has provided a list for the safety of other wanderers. These updates unfortunately were not able to be added to the regular article, and were instead stored in the updates log. Below is the aforementioned list provided in the form of a table view. 11/07/16. Image caption: the video camera that was found. Discovery: on November 7th, 2016, a Meg operative found a video camera containing a video clip of what seemed to be the Midway. The video lasted only 53 seconds, with no audio and severely damaged footage. Contents: the video showed, in grainy detail, a pitch-black void, with lights flashing by the camera in different distances and different paths. The video also showed a glimpse of the ground in the Midway, the same color of pitch black, but seemingly wet all over with a yet unknown liquid. The wanderer taking this video bounced a ball in front of the camera, which seemed to randomly hit invisible forces, confirming that the placement of the walls and the floors around the Midway are peculiarly placed. Information gathered. The base surface of the Midway is coated in an indistinguishable liquid. The placement of other walls or bases have a structurally impossible design and seem to be invisible, though also coated in the same liquid. 07/08/17. Discovery: on July 8th, 2017, a plastic water bottle was found lying in a patch of grass on level 186 by a random wanderer who was in need of water. He would later hand this over to a Meg agent, declaring, "It tastes strange," before moving on again, not to come into contact with this agent again. Image caption: the same bottle, placed on a different patch of grass to recreate the discovery. Contents: the water bottle itself did not provide much, but it was the wrapper around the bottle that was truly intriguing to agents. The inside of the wrapper contained a barely legible note. It read, I suddenly opened my eyes to see this strange void with weird lights. Shooting stars, maybe? There is some weird type of water or something of sorts on the ground. I bottled it up and am letting it float away. Hopefully someone, illegible, something that resembles the word this. When agents inspecting the bottle became aware of the midway, they immediately made the connection and got to work to figure out what the sparse amount of liquid in the bottle was. With very little testing equipment at hand, the results gathered were minimal, and, in some cases, useless. These results were compiled in the Information Gathered section. Information gathered. The liquid is most likely not water. The taste of the liquid was mainly described as that of walnuts. From all testing done, this liquid has never been harmful or fatal. This liquid evaporated at an average of 103 degrees Celsius, 217.4 degrees Fahrenheit. This liquid froze at an average of 2 degrees Celsius, 35.6 degrees Fahrenheit. Note, these temperatures were slightly above that of water's, 100 degrees Celsius, 0 degrees Celsius, in every trial. 10/12/19 Discovery. On October 12, 2019, a wooden box containing a few particular items was brought into a small Meg outpost. The wanderer who brought it in stayed around for the investigating done on the box, but promptly left in pursuit of the midway, something that Meg operatives warned her not to. Image caption: the wooden box upon initial investigation and discovery. Contents: within the box were a note, a wine glass, and a pen. The wine glass. The wine glass lying inside the box was nothing strange, but there was residue of strange, foggy liquid resembling the one mentioned in the last entry. There was also hair in the cup, which will be explained later. The pen. The ballpoint pen inside the box was what was likely used to write the note. The pen was out of ink, likely due to the overuse of it on the back of the notepaper. Notepaper. The notepaper was written by a wanderer named Michael. This is where the ties to the midway come from. Don't know the date, but this is where I would have written it. Not too long ago, although I can't really tell how long it's been, I was no-clipping out of this level, and suddenly, I began to uncontrollably bump my head onto something in this black void while no-clipping. I thought it was a glitch or something, but I'm still here. So, if it is, it ain't a good one. I was in here alone, until I found an older woman named Fran. Because of the weird ways the invisible walls work here, it took me a very long time to get to where Fran was. She had this notepaper I am using in her makeshift purse. She was the only company I had in this strange void, and although she calmed me down at first, we both started to panic soon enough. With the lack of food and water, maybe some other factors, Fran passed not so peacefully while I was asleep. I have nothing here now, and I feel I will meet the same fate. I have seen things no-clip out of here randomly, and I am hoping that these pieces of our memories will find someone too. I put in a wine glass we shared, 3 pens, a scissor used to cut some of our hair I left in there, and of course, this note. Hopefully someone finds this and believes every word I say. Be wary. Regards. Michael. Information gathered. Multiple individuals can be present in the midway at once. Even if contained in some sort of container, not all the contents will be transported. Death is fully possible in the midway.